Hello, everybody out there, and welcome back. I feel like I welcome people back to a lot of things, but welcome back to Anime Weekly, your weekly dose of anime from the wonderful country known as Japan. You guys know me, and you guys know my partner in crime, Jeremy.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And we're here today to talk anime. And Jeremy has some manga news. Really quick, though, one anime that you will not. Well, actually, I could talk about that with the list. So, Jeremy, you had some manga news, which I think is very important to this show because it involves one of the shows that we are really in our top three every week at least.
Yep. So, guys, if you're keeping up with Shonen Jump manga, as I know a lot of you are that do read manga, then you should know with the most recent manga chapter this week of Assassination Classroom, I forget the exact number, but at the very end, they said countdown to graduation, 4 weeks. So that means we only have 4 chapters left until the students graduate and they supposedly will either complete their mission or find a way around it, which I'm hoping for the second one. But we'll see how that goes. And that also means that, unfortunately, but at least at the same time we know it's going to end, we know that Assassination Classroom Season 2 will probably be the last season of the anime as well.
Unless they stretch it for a season 3, which I doubt. I
Yeah.
think that in the anime recently they said they only had till the end of the semester to kill Koro Sensei. So
Yep. And they already acknowledged that they're halfway through the year, so that means they're already halfway through the anime. So that means we've only got another 7 more episodes, possibly, or maybe 10 max.
so that means the manga is we're pretty close because that means then maybe an episode or two from now we're going to be getting Koro Sensei's background.
Yep. Probably either in next episode or the episode after we'll get the background. And by the time we finish that, the manga will be finished.
Already.
Yeah, so like they won't have to worry about surpassing the manga like others do, which is the reason why anime create filler in the first place. So we won't have to worry about filler. One anime where we won't have to worry about filler. Yay!
Well, you still got Naruto to live with for the next 20 years. So, hey!
All right. Like I said, Naruto, I'm with you till the end, but it's not. I'm not gonna be happy through it.
That's right, except me because I really like this week's episode, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So, this week, unfortunately, but at the same time, we kind of needed a break. Pokemon XYZ did not come out with a new episode. I literally waited till Dragon Ball Super is the last anime on our list that comes out. It literally comes out Sunday night at
Yeah,
7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
it usually comes out like the episode usually is fresh on sites around like 5 or 6. So yeah,
Yeah.
like around there.
So when it didn't show up after Dragon Ball Super, I guess they skipped a week. But they usually update Pokemon on Tuesdays, Tuesday morning.
They also did just release a new movie which I caught on Cartoon Network the other day, which is actually pretty decent.
Oh, Pokemon movie?
Yeah, it was about Hoopa, which is a legendary I've never heard of before, but
I
I
knew
knew.
Hoopa, but I didn't know they made a movie.
Yeah, I knew it was a new one because it involved the cast from XYZ because he had the Frogadier, Serena was there, and the inventor guy was there, and his little sister was there.
Yeah, but she didn't have Squishy yet, I'm sure.
No, I don't think so. Nope. But it was really cool because you got to see literally all of the legendary Pokemon, even Pokegod. Pokegod was there too.
Oh wow! So they had everybody there.
Yeah.
I'm having noodles.
Yeah.
That now.
So, Arceus was even there. So yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I haven't seen a Pokemon movie in a while, so I sat down and watched it. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I'm still waiting to get the new Breakpoint cards, but I will say the Breakpoint cards look really nice. I'm hopefully gonna have some soon, and we can discuss some of that. Also, this week, hello, Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue come out.
Oh yeah, isn't that it's like a HD re-release, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Is it just on the Nintendo store, or are they actually releasing?
Yeah, no, it's just on the store. It's a download game only.
Is it free or is it you gotta pay for it? I was hoping that they were being nice for this anniversary. Oh well. I also saw that there are skins on Mario Maker for it too. They got red and blue Mario Maker skins.
Red, blue, and green. Yep, they have. You get now as amiibos Venusaur, Charmander, and Squirtle.
Nice.
But in America we don't have green, so they substitute it with yellow.
Huh. Cool. So you get Pikachu, and the struggle of Yellow was the biggest struggle ever. Oh my god, that was such a difficult game.
Oh yeah, and Pikachu was irritating.
Yes, he was.
But it was the first game that allowed you to have Pokemon walking around with you, so I switched him out with Charmander, and I had a Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard walking around.
Yeah, that was awesome. I did like that a lot.
All right, so the animes we will be talking about in this order are One Piece, episode 730, a.k.a. the running episode, part 5. Naruto Shippuuden, episode 449. Still in Filler Town, but lots of great action. Garo, season 2, episode 19. I think that we're rearing very close to the season finale.
I definitely think so, because I think it's only going to be up to 24. I think it's only going to be up to 23, 24.
We're very close to the season finale. Dragon Ball Super 32, where the action kicked up a notch. Fairy Tail 97, where things kicked up a notch. Luck and Logic issues episode 7, which was a really nice episode, and we'll save it for the review. But anyway, Divine Gate episode 7, things kicked up a notch.
Holy crap, that one just exploded in terms of action. Holy crap.
And me and Jeremy both agree that this might be a limited one season type of show, which is why it might be in America already. We'll get to that. Dimension W, episode 7, continued the feels.
Oh, the backstory and the crying, it all happened in this episode. Oh, man.
We left the best for last, Assassination Classroom, season 2, episode 7, big things happen.
Yeah, you want to talk about holy crap. Man, this thing, that kicked it up to 11. I watched that last. Usually I don't watch it last. I watched it last this time because I had a feeling with where it ended last episode. I'm like, I know where this is going to go. If they're going by chapter order, I know what's going to happen next.
Is she ever going to... Well, we'll get to that. Why am I starting to talk about the episode? Let's go back and talk One Piece, which I'd had exactly 7 minutes. One Piece, episode 730. I was bored out of my mind. I actually... 10 minutes into the episode, after skipping the intro, after skipping what's been going on from day 1 to now, I ended up jumping around after a while. I got so bored of running and fight and little things here and there, but mostly running. And
long story short, guys, we can literally explain this in less than 5 minutes. Townspeople run and escape carnage and buildings, stalling for Luffy until he charges up. So they're trying to fight Doflamingo. Doflamingo's kind of just toying with them until Luffy can get back up. End of episode.
Yep, and there's 3 minutes left still, so that means there's like an episode or 2 more before we can see Luffy in Gear 4 again. Yippee!
Shonen anime, why you gotta do this to me?
There's really not much else to say. No development in the story whatsoever. The birdcage is closing on them even quicker now. There's nothing. And you know what's really funny? Today, after I watched all the anime until up to right before Dragon Ball Z, I decided to go and watch some One Piece clips on YouTube just for the hell of it. I wanted to see something that wasn't running and Luffy being knocked out. And One Piece is a very decent anime. I came in at a very bad time.
Honestly, it's just a trope of the genre, really, because if you look at other animes of the shonen genre, like Dragon Ball Z, like One Piece, like Naruto, there are always spots in long-running anime that are like this, that are just kind of just walking around doing other stuff.
This one, yeah, but this one really, where they're at now, I feel like I'm so invested in seeing Luffy come back and kill Doflamingo that I'm literally just going to keep every week watching until the running stops and the fighting begins again. Because we know he's going to go back to Gear 4. I did check the manga. I do know what happens next. I didn't look after that, though. I just needed to know that, I needed to know what happened next. I was tired of the running. And in the manga, it's so much shorter. It's so much quicker.
Yeah, because unlike anime that have to wait for the manga, since the manga doesn't have to wait for anything, they can just go literally week to week. And
but dude, the manga's so far ahead.
Oh yeah, I know. One Piece has been going on for a very, very, very long time. It's been going on before Naruto. And I think around the same, a little bit after Dragon Ball when the Z arc started. I think
Oh, go ahead. Finish that.
I was gonna say, the One Piece manga I think started when the Z arc started in the Dragon Ball manga. So yeah, I think it's been around for a very long time. It's about, I think the author estimated he's about 70% done, maybe, I think. So we've got another few years until he's finished, but it's a really, really great series.
I would love to see the wedding between Luffy and Hancock. I heard they had a really great development over time. Did they get married in the anime yet?
Nope.
They didn't get married yet?
Nope.
They will get married, though, yeah?
I don't know. Like, I know, like,
I could have sworn I saw it in the manga that they got married.
No, you're thinking of Sanji. Sanji is about to get married in the manga right now, and that's what's going down there.
Oh, so it's not Luffy and Hancock.
No, it's Sanji and some unknown chick, because we found out that Sanji is like some kind of prince, assassin prince, and he's like...
Oh, I thought they got married. I was like, oh, this looks great. That's probably how they'll end the manga, or how they'll end the series.
But we'll see how that goes, yeah. I'm definitely interested.
Oh, I feel bad. I feel like, it's like that moment where you hit me with Trunks. Now you hit me with they didn't get married. I'm like, oh, I need a minute. Anyway, that minute's good. Now we're at 11 minutes, and we're starting with Naruto Shippuden. You jumped in at a perfect time mentioning Naruto. I tell you, man, I love this series. I don't know where I've been under a rock for 449 plus another God knows how many Naruto episodes. I'm ready to go out and buy every single Blu-ray and DVD to support Naruto, and I'm so glad that when Naruto ends, whenever Shippuden breaks free from all this filler, we have another series, which is with Naruto's son, that's basically going to be taking over where Naruto left off.
Yeah, it's going to be doing what, honestly, Toriyama wanted to do with Gohan, but never got a chance to do, which I'm hoping... Which I don't even think it's his fault. I think it's the fans' fault, really, because...
Why? I could live with Gohan. Goku's so old.
No, but if you think about it, though, like, we, honestly, even though we don't think so, we are the minority, really, because a lot of the fans are just like, no, I want Goku. Goku is my hero. We need to keep Goku around. As much as I love Goku, Goku can retire.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, but, yeah, and I think the coolest part about it is Kishimoto is a huge Toriyama fan. So much so, I don't think he actually has a statue of Frieza in his office. And also, like, I don't think a lot of people don't notice this, but actually, if you look at Naruto's design and Sasuke's design, they're both based off of Goku and Vegeta. Blonde.
Yeah, but they're friends. They're frenemies.
Blonde hair, orange and blue. Black hair, blue and black.
Yeah, that is true. I always thought Pokemon with Sasuke, though, because he has that symbol on the back of his thing that looks like a fish lore. That's
Naruto. Yeah, I actually, for a long time, I thought the Uchiha symbol was a Pokeball, but it's actually a fan. It is actually a fan.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Japanese grill fan, and that's the whole reason the Uchiha specialize in fire style. And actually, I didn't know this either until I did more research into it. But the swirl symbol on the back of Naruto's shirt is actually the symbol for his clan, or his mom's clan at least, the Uzumaki clan, which is really, I thought that was really cool.
That is cool. But this episode, because we completely are avoiding the episode, they go after, oh God, the guy that has human puppets.
You're talking about Kankuro, Gaara's brother? Or are you talking about Sasori, the guy with the red hair?
Sasori, now him.
Yeah.
And Sasuke is with them. He ends up leaving because he doesn't want to destroy the Leaf Village. He wants to rule over the world. His style, which isn't this guy's style, because he wants everybody to be living puppets for him. And the action between Naruto and everyone shows up at one point, because there's like an infinite amount of, like, an army of... You watched the episode, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I skipped around. I'm not paying attention to Naruto filler, because this doesn't really matter to me, because it's a retread of an episode I've already seen, but they're doing like an alternate...
Like, all of this happened already.
Oh, well, I mean, not this per se, but this battle, basically this is a what if of an episode that already happened. Like, the stuff where everyone, like, literally everyone shows up, that's the what-if part. But, like, the whole Sasori fight happened.
So does this happen, or is this just all a dream?
It's all a dream. Basically, all this filler is because... You haven't played the game yet, have you? So, Madara traps everybody except for Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi, who were shielded by Sasuke Susanoo, into an infinite Tsukuyomi, which is basically their heart's desire, their dream, and like
And thus the
how
filler hell.
yeah, and how they would want the world to go down. So we're basically what we've been doing for the past year and some change is going through every single character's dream and how they envision the world, whether they be a villain, a hero, a villain that's died, like random background character number 12.
Oh my God! So anything we watch in Shippuden, I thought these were filler to stuff that's happened. Like it adds on to what's happened, not that it's all just.
No, this is all just Inception. This is all just a dream.
What the hell am I reviewing this for them? Why am I watching it? It doesn't matter.
And now you understand why I don't give a shit about this. Like,
now I understand, and I actually want to say maybe we should just stop and wait for the damn thing to finish.
Well, it's getting closer, so I'm gonna bear through it. Like, there's only 2 more weeks until the Itachi stuff happens, and Itachi's backstory is very interesting. That I want to talk about it more. So,
okay, Dios mío, I don't why, and I'm not even Spanish. Why?
I was gonna say that's my line. That's my line.
Oh, you haven't been around me long enough. You hear that come out of me a lot when I get annoyed at stuff. So forget Naruto Shippuden. 449. Take it for what it's dream worth. We're at 1609, damn it, but we're gonna go on to Garo.
Don't stop the dreaming.
That's what they're gonna do for another 3 years, and then it's gonna all end. So Garo season 2, episode 19. Like I was saying before, I feel like we're getting to that season finale. Because Raikou finds out about the Blood Moon finally. We find out about the Alchemist and how he's the one that has to stop them, but he wants to find, and I can't remember her damn name again, and he screamed it out enough so that I could remember it.
You're talking about the sorcerer chick, right?
Yes.
I don't know her name either, and I've been watching
and I watched it yesterday.
That was literally the second anime I watched in the batch, and I don't know why I can't remember it, because he repeated her name several times.
And it just...
Damn it.
She was possessed anyway. And when they finally found her, instead of her joining them to fight Dorma, she's already a vessel to the alchemist Makanite that's slowly breaking free of the Blood Moon.
Yep.
And now he has to fight her, and Yuki... I remember that name, though, unless I'm wrong about that name completely. I probably am. But this other chick with magic, which me and Jeremy missed because we skipped all the way to the end of the series.
Yeah.
She shows up to save him, and what's her name? Sorceress and Dormu run away. And now the next episode has Raikou facing off against her once and for all. Will he kill her? Won't he kill her? I think this series has like maybe 3.
So I'm wondering if this season is going to be the end of the series. I feel like this is like the final battle that they're building up to is the real final battle.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Because I mean, the whole goal of the series is to free the sorceress chick of her curse and purify her and make sure she doesn't die. So
right.
Like, I think once he, like, cleanses her of this after this battle, like, this huge final battle, the series is over. I don't think there's much more you can do after that.
Exactly. So we have at least 1 or 2 series that are winding down very soon. I think 1 or 2. Yeah, about 1 or 2, because I don't know if Fairy Tail is going to come right back after Zero or if they're going to take a little break.
I think they're gonna come back after Zero because the manga's gone far because they use Zero as it's as a kind of filler but not really a filler, but it's more of their like kind of gap so that they can have the manga get a little further so they have enough material to copy so that they can have enough for the manga to translate. So I think that Zero's lasted long enough for them to be the manga to be far enough ahead because I've been also keeping up with the Fairy Tail manga and that's pretty damn far.
Okay, good. So then hopefully they'll continue. But Dragon Ball Super at 1910. Damn it, I'm so close. Dragon Ball Super episode 32. We finally are done with filler. We're done with little play around things. The time for the tournament is finally in hand.
Also, I want to quickly talk about the viral freaking memes that have been going around. The episode literally just came out today, and yet all over Facebook, all over Twitter, all over my different social media, all my friends that are into anime are posting these memes of bearded Goku and Vegeta talking about that they look like Billy Mays.
Yes, I saw that. I was like, why didn't they keep that?
Oh my god, no, and it's like, they were talking about how Goku looks like Billy Mays. Remember the OxyClean commercials, Billy Mays, that guy? Yep, and it's like, hi, it's Goku. Goku here, trying to sell you a ShamWow. And Vegeta just in the background, shut up, Kakarot. And it's just like, oh man, I think they could have worked with the beards, though. I feel like the beard should have stayed. It reminded me of Ryu for some reason, though.
Yeah, from Street Fighter V. I thought it was fine. We could have kept the beards for at least the story arc.
I mean, I understand that they had to shower, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were in a confined space and everything. Speaking of beards, or lack thereof, Goku and Vegeta aren't the only ones that shaved, guys. Yeah, so this time it was me first.
Yep. Jeremy beat me. I was going to shave today. I decided, why? And now I realize it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
So this time we didn't coordinate.
There you go. So we don't coordinate anymore. Everybody can stop with the memes with me and him shaving now. Not that anybody did before.
Oh, but man, so back to the episode. This episode was, not only was this funny, but we got a lot of good plot progression too.
Oh yes. We finally found out who Maka was.
He's like Yoda with really huge nipples.
And that's what his name means.
Oh man, it's really funny.
Although I don't see how this person's so powerful. Goku can punch him in the face and the person...
I think that's the trick. I think he's faking it out. I definitely believe he has, like, another form. Because if you look at Frieza, when we first saw Frieza, he's like, oh, that guy's not that intimidating. And then he freaking transforms, and it's like, oh, never mind.
That's true. Very true. And speaking of Frieza, when they finally made it to the tournament, because really nothing happened before that's worth talking about.
Boo farted and decided to torture everybody by, like, having them being trapped in the cube, and he farted. But that's not cool, man. It's not cool.
Really? You want to spotlight that?
Oh, come on. I don't laugh at fart jokes very often, but that was kind of funny.
One thing you told me happened in this episode, Kibito and
Supreme Kai. Yeah.
Supreme Kai, they separated.
Yep, they used the Dragon Ball wish to separate themselves. I'm like, it took you that long to figure that out?
Well, in GT, this completely erases GT as canon, because in GT he was Kibito.
Kibito Shin.
Yeah, so he's that. Basically, any hope that GT was the future still.
Yep.
So GT never happened. Now it's a what if future. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean it was cool, but at the same time, I'm glad. I like what they're doing with Super better.
And we got introduced to other characters that you mentioned. When they went for the test, we got to see the contestants from the opposite universe. We saw a possibility for a Cooler opposite, a Freezer opposite, a Saiyan, opposite. I
don't think that the guy who looks kind of like Cooler is Cooler. I think he might be a Cell doppelganger. He looks a lot like Cell to me.
Maybe. But remember, Earth isn't around, so it can't be Cell.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe it's an alien race that's very similar to Cell. Or I mean, because he looks like a Frieza Cooler Cell hybrid.
Yeah, that's true. You want to talk about that one that you were telling me, the big mutant bear thing?
Okay, so, like, apparently Winnie the Pooh is a very strong fighter in this universe. Like, somebody must have stole his honey and replaced it with steroids. Because that guy is huge.
And again, Jeremy was right. Boo, but he didn't fail the test. Boo fell asleep before the test.
Yeah, they changed that from the manga, which I'm okay with. I thought it was still funny. And Vegeta was just like, I told you it was dumb for getting him on the team. We should have got.
They didn't bring Gohan in. They just now are one man out.
Well, because Gohan had the seminar to go to. Because Gohan is
Yeah, but I thought we were going past that. I thought Toriyama was going past that and bringing the Goku we fans wanted back.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, every time we get some hope for Gohan, like, it gets taken away. So
Even the mother went. Even Chi-Chi went to the damn tournament.
that's what I'm saying.
Not Pan. Videl went to the tournament.
Where is Pan? Like, are they just
That
gonna
was
leave?
funny.
What I was gonna say, I bet. I don't know. They already had the baby. I'm pretty sure they had the baby already.
Then I have no clue where Videl is.
But then I guess Gohan's home babysitting. Maybe I don't know why they couldn't just bring the baby, but
I'm sipping my noodles.
like I don't know if this is bad parenting, but like I mean, Chris, would you bring Tommy? Let's say
If I was in a tournament, yeah.
yeah, like see, I'm pretty sure if Cindy and Mike were going to support you in the tournament, they would bring Tommy. Like I don't understand why Gohan didn't just go like, okay, Pan, we're gonna go cheer on Grandpa and just fight.
Oh.
Like
Oh.
Mr. Satan's going, Videl's going.
Everybody went except for Gohan.
Krillin went. Krillin and his daughter and Android 18 and Yamcha and everybody was there except for Gohan. Your oldest son is just gonna be like, nah, Dad, I'm just gonna stay home and take care of my kid, even though I could have easily brought her along. Whatever, Gohan. Go study. Go do your homework.
At this point, I've given up hope on Gohan until I see otherwise. There was that little hope. Train me, Mr. Piccolo. I was like, yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And then it got taken away.
Took it away. Not even 3 episodes later.
Gohan, you used to be so damn cool.
You used to be cool. Now you're a My Little Pony fan.
Although, no disrespect to any bronies that are possibly in the comments.
I've watched My Little Pony with Tommy. I've shown him. You show babies new cartoons. It's an interesting show. Would it be something I go, oh my God, lights and sparkles, I have to watch the next episode? No. But is it something that should be burned in the fires of hell like what Mike says? No, Barney should. But that's a different story altogether. I love everybody.
Barney and his brainwashing of children.
Speaking of brainwashing, let's go to Fairy Tales, which wasn't brainwashing. And Fairy Tale, we got introduced to the sorcerer you like, that you mentioned that.
Yep.
Evil.
So Zeref, the big bad of Fairy Tale, who actually is not a big bad in this arc. Let me clarify that. Zeref is actually, it's a very interesting kind of twist with him. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who doesn't want to know. I explained it to Chris off camera, but it's a really cool twist. You just got to wait and see what's going on with Zeref. And so, as we know, last episode, Fairy Tale got their asses kicked. And, well, they're not Fairy Tale yet, but the treasure hunters, Mavis and Zera, got their asses kicked by Blue Skull. And so they retreat to the forest, heal Yuri and Frecht up, and they're like, we need to learn magic. We can't just let ourselves get our asses handed to them. So they end up finding this guy who Mavis can tell, she can sense that he has really immense power as a wizard. And so she's like, I want you to help train us to learn magic and stuff. And he explains that he has this curse that whatever comes near him dies, so he can't touch anything or be around anybody. So he has to teach them from a distance in a way. And he basically explains the fundamental principles of magic and how you have to absorb these kind of particles into your body.
We're not saying that name because it was a long word that really made up.
Earthen ions, like something like that.
Enzyme.
Yeah, whatever.
The E's.
Yeah, so they absorb the energy through meditation, and like eventually they channel it with their emotions, and like basically like channeling the power of their soul and their life force into magic itself. And
but each one channels the energy into their bodies differently, we find out.
Yep. So Mavis, as we can tell, has like the yellow aura, which is like light magic, and she does illusions and all this stuff, which will come into play later. Keep that in the back of your head. The illusion magic will come into play later. So we see very much if you've been catching up with Fairy Tail and watching the present day stuff, you know that Guildmaster Makarov, who is the son of Yuri, has lightning magic, and so does Makarov's son Loxus. Well, here we see that it's a family thing because Yuri develops lightning magic through training. And unlike everybody else who has to meditate and sit still to absorb their magical energy particle thingies. Yuri's like, screw that. Nah, I'm gonna exercise. I'm gonna move around because I'm way too ADD to just sit still. And you know what? It works for him. He gets like, and he causes like a lightning cloud. He gets struck by lightning in the middle of his training, which is kind of really badass.
I
And
thought
like,
that was kind of like the introduction of him getting the lightning ability.
yeah, I thought that was really cool. So we see that the Dreyer family had like that's where the origination of their lightning magic comes from. That's cool. And then we see that Pricks. We all know where he ends up going and turning into Hades and stuff. And we see that the color of his soul is really evil. It's like purple, and it's like he's using like
It
a
was a
gun.
lighter purple at the time, but the gun thing was kind of like, yeah, you're gonna turn bad.
Yep, and like he was a really good sharpshooter though. I gotta admit he had some skills. He was shooting sticks out of the air and stuff. It's pretty cool. And poor Warren, who's usually the one that's protecting everybody, he's like, man, I'm like everybody else is progressing further than me. I can't figure out how to work this magic. And then like he realizes I need to channel it so that I can protect my friends. So he talks
Protection.
Yeah, so he talks to Zeref, and he's like, "Yeah, I can teach you some support magic." And then he sees that the color of his soul is green, so he decides to learn nature magic, and so he can basically manipulate plant life. So he's like a male poison ivy type of thing. He can summon trees and stuff, which is cool. I think it's awesome support. And Zera can use fire magic very much like her father. If you paid attention to the first episode of the Zero arc, you saw that her dad can use fire magic. So,
Which is very interesting considering certain things, but yeah.
yeah, so I mean, like so we find out that Zera, the color of her soul is red, and she can use fire magic. So that's really cool.
Is there an ancestor in the future for her?
For Zera? I don't believe so. I know that, yeah, like I said, Yuri, his son becomes the guild master, and then he has a grant, and then like.
Well, is there a character with fire abilities, I should say?
Yeah, Natsu, the main character, has fire abilities, but he is not related to Zera.
Okay.
But he has similar abilities to what she has. Yes.
Okay. That was really the question I should have asked instead of asking if she had a descendant.
Yeah, she doesn't have a descendant. Mavis is the only person from Tenro that actually had descendants later on to lead the Fairy Tale Guild.
I still refuse to believe Pricked is evil. It's so hard to see that.
Yeah, once you watch the past episode, you'll realize how evil he is, and it's just gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt worst of all, I think. Honestly.
I was joking around with DN because DN was like, I don't know which one to do. Should I watch him be a villain and then later on see him be a hero and like have my heart softened, or should I watch him be a hero and then see him become a villain, which is gonna make my heart break? I don't know which one to go. But
Gee, DN, let me tell you, I guess I made my own choice by accident on purpose.
Oh man, but again, if you're interested in watching Fairy Tail, the original series, most of it, like the first season's on Netflix, then you just gotta watch like 100 or so episodes, which in anime speaking isn't that much. You gotta just watch 100 or so episodes, and then it'll lead into the current series, which is only 97 episodes in.
Which includes Zero, so that includes the flashback as well.
Yeah, so that's not that much. It's not like you're trying to catch up on One Piece, which is like an impossible task.
Oh, forget that noise. No way. That'll never happen. 730 minus about 10 episodes I've watched? No. No. Never happening.
Yep.
When it ends, like completely ends, then maybe I'll start from the beginning and work my way back to the 700.
I mean, if you need to know what happens in One Piece, all you gotta do is watch the first 10 minutes of every episode and be like, oh.
Exactly.
So yeah, so that's it for Fairy Tail. It's they hit their turning point. Everybody's got their abilities now, so they're gonna just go after Blue Skull, and then probably 2 or 3 episodes later is the big ending with that ends with the formation of Fairy Tail, but also some really really sad stuff.
All right, we're not Luck and Logic episode number 7. Everything's 7 from here on out. So. This episode, oops, I forgot to put the 3 in front of the 9. 3, 9, okay. This episode, I liked it. They have a day off.
Yeah,
So
this is more of a cool down episode. It's not necessarily a filler. It was more of just character building, a kind of a cool down.
wait a
No
minute.
real.
You didn't see last episode. What did you think of last episode first?
Last episode was really good. I again, like I was busy. That's the only reason I missed it. But again, I didn't expect anything less. Lock and Logic is always great. Like,
Yes, it is. I think this episode really, like you said, it was a cool down episode. We cooled down. We had some moments. We could see that what's her name, Athena, has a thing for you,
Yoshika.
Yoshika. And 2-1 in the end of the series, we all know as watchers, and apparently Luck and Logic does not have a manga. I've looked everywhere, but
It has a card game.
that's about it. So we all know that 2-1, they're both going to end up together by the end of the series.
And this is probably another one season and done type of thing, since there is no manga to go.
Unfortunate. Or maybe not. You never know if it's popular enough.
Maybe.
Look at Yu-Gi-Oh!
That is true. Yu-Gi-Oh has been going on forever.
Uh-huh. And Pokemon hasn't even shown signs of stopping.
I don't think they'll ever stop.
No. So Luck and Logic, especially based that it's a card game, there's a lot of stuff they can do because they don't have a manga to have to worry about.
Yeah, because I mean, they could be like, "Hey, we want to sell these expansion packs, so let's go ahead and make a series too."
Yep, a season 2. Luck and Logic, season 2.
Yep.
Dragons.
Honestly, they incorporate a lot of mythical creatures in here, so I wouldn't be surprised if dragons come into play. Also, I really like the whole snake priestess thing that was going on last episode.
Yeah.
Talking about last episode. Speaking of last episode,
I knew you would like it. I was like, when Jeremy sees this, he's going to like this episode.
and Athena has always had connections to snakes in mythology, so I thought it was cool that like they kind of bonded over that also.
Mm-hmm. I thought so. So this really had nothing important in it. You know, Lucifer made an appearance. What's his name?
I still think Olga and Lucifer are definitely going to bond.
I think Olga is turning good though more than evil. If you think about what he was doing in this episode with God, I'll get his name down one day. With Yuri or whatever his name is. Yoshika. I'll get it down one day. Yoshika just doesn't register.
You could just go with Yoshi. I mean, that's a lot shorter.
That's what we're going to go with. I thought they were going to make out at first, Olga and Yoshi, because that one situation.
I mean, they were a little close right there.
But so was Athena and Urine?
Oh, Yordanate, yeah. I mean, again, like we've seen girls kiss during the trance thingy, so like I wouldn't put it past this show to do that.
Yeah, but Yoshi does something really stupid in this episode, and towards the end, he apologizes to Athena for saying certain things or distinguishing humans and goddesses being different, and he said that we're in this together, we'll always be in this together. And I think that she really loves him. She loves him like, wants to marry him, loves him. And I hope that happens. I really do.
Yeah, it would be really interesting. Because I mean, if they got together, like they could make a demigod. That would be really cool. Like,
I like how Lucifer and Olga both were saying it's possible.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you think about it, like. Having a kid is kind of the same thing as trancing because you're coming together to form something, to form something else.
Mm-hmm. So it very much could be, as long as they don't have a trance card where they'll end up trancing together. I mean, they could definitely have a nice.
I mean, is that the equivalent of a condom in this world? Like,
no, because I don't think they have sex while they're fighting.
You never know.
I don't want to think about this, Jeremy. You got me thinking too deeply into this trancing stuff. Nope, we're going. This is a nice casual, I guess it's more of a filler until we go, not really filler, but more of a development. But
Yeah, it was more of like a team building episode. Because I mean, we don't need action every episode. Because we had action back to back to back with like all these other like these character focused episodes with like Mana and Chloe, whose name we can actually
oh,
say.
Mana moved up a little bit. She decided she's going to take her letter back and not leave it for her parents anymore. She's only looking towards the future. She smiles more now. I love it. I love it. They've all developed in like 7 episodes.
Yep.
It's so nice. I love this series. I really hope it doesn't end until like 24, 25, so we have several weeks left of it.
Yeah. I don't think this will be a short one. I feel like ones that have like a more like faster paced story, like One Punch Man, are good with the 12, 13 episode run. But ones with the more drawn out, development focused stories need to be like the 24, 23 episodes.
Yeah, and ones that are infinite fillers can keep going year round, like Naruto and One Piece.
Well, you know what, Studio Harriet, as much as I loved you guys for making this anime, with this filler, you can go yourselves, because, oh my god.
It was good. I liked Luck and Logic 7. But now, this is all you, Jeremy. Divine Gate. Wait, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Luck and Logic was a very good anime. I liked Luck and Logic a lot. It was a very, very nice anime. Indeed. Do 40 minutes. Okay, Luck. Now you go ahead and Divine Gate. Episode.
So, holy shit, guys. Holy shit. I didn't expect this to go this far, this quickly. So, last episode, we got Arthur saying, alright, guys, we're getting ready to march on the Divine Gate. This episode, they go to the Divine Gate. It's like, whoa. And, like, this episode was a freaking massacre of the Knights of the Round.
All of them.
Everybody, like, spoiler alert, but I feel like you shouldn't be watching this anyway if you really want to get into. But spoiler alert, everyone dies
except for the students.
Except for like the students, the main students of Akane, Alto, and I can't forget. I don't remember the wind girl's name. Mirabi, something.
Whatever.
Something like that.
The 3 main characters that we got introduced to at the very beginning.
And King Arthur. King Arthur is still alive, and
sort of. And
stuff happens. Yeah. So obviously, I already knew Loki was going to be a bad guy. Loki's always a bad guy, but
I was sort of shocked. I thought Oz was going to be the one that turned on him.
No, I felt like I thought Oz was a decent dude. Because Oz didn't want this to happen. You could tell by his expression.
Oh, yeah, of course. In this episode, you could tell that.
And I mean, like, man, like, everybody was gone, and, like, Arthur didn't have any time to grieve at all. Like, his daughter was killed right in front of him. And she's like, Daddy, I'm sorry, like, the gift you gave me broke. And I'm just like, oh, no, your daughter just died, man. Like,
and he's so cold. He didn't care. He's like, we're going to the Divine Gate. We're going to make it. They sacrificed their lives. We can't waste their lives. I'm like, they were fighting against Yugoslavian gods, I believe, was it?
I don't even know what
Scandinavian gods.
Yeah, because they look Norse. Yeah. But yeah, man, like he was only able to take a second to say, goodbye to his daughter, and he just like he cried for a little bit, and he was like he wiped it away and just kept going.
Yeah.
Kept moving.
And they made it, which we didn't see the Divine Gate. We saw the door before the Divine Gate.
And then Loki shows up, and he's like, well, I'll give you an option here. You can die here, or you can take my sword and become my king. And he takes the sword. And he gets possessed by Loki. And
he takes the sword to betray Loki, and it turns out the sword, it possessed him before he could use it.
Yeah, and then he ends up killing his best friend, who apparently his friend's goal, like Lancelot's goal, was to kill Arthur or something.
Yep.
And so now, Lancelot and the 3 main characters are, falling to their doom.
Well, Lancelot's dead. Died.
Well, yeah, his body fell with them. But, the floor breaks through, and Alto, Akane, and Wind Chick, who I will remember probably next week. But, yeah, those 3, they're falling to this, weird infinite abyss thingy, so I guess they're going to be trapped until they can find their way back to the Divine Gate. So I guess the rest of the series will be devoted to rescuing Arthur. And,
Yeah,
trying
so
to
it
be.
has to be a very short series. This has to be like a 20-issue series, episode series, maybe.
Yeah, because I'm guessing their goal is going to be to rescue Arthur to help him complete his dream of destroying the gate so that he can restore the world to the way it was, so that he can stop all these warring between the gods and the humans and stuff,
Hmm.
which is a very noble goal. So I can understand why he's so like tunnel visioned and like one track minded about it, because like he just really wants the world to be safe again.
Exactly. So hopefully they do that. But this is definitely a one and done series. It's not. There's no hope for a season two. I don't think. I mean, there might be an opening for a season two at some point. Right now, Jeremy and I don't see it.
Yeah, because I mean, there's only one central goal here. Like, it's not like there's a subplot of something else that could go on. I mean, yeah, there's Alto's brother, but like, I don't know if that's gonna be like a big factor into it, which I
No.
think they still need to
Yeah,
address though.
they will. Oh, they will address it probably by the end of the series.
Yeah, so that's pretty much Divine Gate. Man, that like that took like a turn for like holy crap.
I can't. I have no idea what to expect next week at all. No idea, and I'm very curious to see where this story is going.
Oh yeah, same here.
All right, so since we have nothing left to talk about there, let's go into Dimension W issue
Uh,
episode number 7, which
Dimension feels
this
Dimension.
it's action. This is Action Feels Week. That's what probably this episode is going to be called, the Action Feel Week. And this episode, I think the most important part of this episode was the first half because we find out why. What's the main character's name now?
Kyo.
Yeah, Kyo, Kyo. Why he hates coils.
Yep.
All the way back to where he met the love of his life, and they were in college together. He ends up getting kicked out of college. How he became a part of Grendel,
Yep.
the beast of Grendel, one of the beasts of Grendel, and he took it because she was dying, and it was to get her the robotic parts
Yeah,
fitted.
yep, and that's why he hates Mira so much, because Mira is essentially what his girlfriend could have been, and so that's why he's so mean to her all the time. So it makes perfect sense.
Yep. It turns out that on one of his last missions, it ends up his entire group died except for him and
Except
this other guy.
His friend Al. Yep.
Yeah, who we got introduced to at the very beginning of the series, and it was the same day as his girlfriend's operation. Unfortunately, and this was where the feels just kicked it into 12th gear, a coil went crazy and decapitated her.
Yep, they lost her head in the operation, and then she died. And then, when his girlfriend's sister tried to explain to him, he wouldn't believe it. He rushes to the morgue, and he sees her body there, and it's just like, no.
That was feels out the wazoo. But then the rest of the episode's just them going to Easter Egg Island, and all of the collectors went with that guy from Africa.
Yeah,
Wants to find out about that illegal coil, while Koyo went with Al, and they went a separate way.
because he could bring his car with him, because so
Right.
that way he'd be a lot faster than everybody else. Because in this section, like coil energy, Dimension W energy is very minimal. So like technology that runs on Dimension W energy will be kind of useless.
Right.
But this car is an old school car, so it's gonna be fine. So he'll be able to move a lot faster than everybody else.
Exactly. And what happens in the end, though, is the ship with everybody else ends up crashing because it gets attacked by an unknown force from Dimension W. And Koyo and Al are safe. They're on the other side of the island, but everybody else now is in trouble.
Yep.
So I thought this was high action packed, heavy feels at the very beginning with that. Oh, man, I completely understand why he hates coils now.
Yeah.
It took one episode and it explained it perfectly.
Yeah, because we were ragging on him in the very beginning. I'm like, this guy's a dick. Like, man, why is he so mean to this little girl? Like, and then like, oh, now I completely get it. I understand why now. I'm not even gonna complain about you anymore. Like,
I heard Piccolo's voice while I was watching him. I was trying to imagine Chris Sabat's voice as Piccolo coming out of that guy's mouth. It works. It works.
yeah, and we'll get to see it firsthand next Saturday at 12:30 on Toonami for at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time for those of us who are on the East Coast, and I guess it'll be like, hold on,
So
11,
wait,
10,
Dimension W started, or Dimension W will be starting, and
it starts next Saturday. It starts next Saturday at 12:30 on Toonami.
and what about Divine Gate? Any info on that?
Divine Gate, I don't know if it's coming to Toonami yet, but I know the dub is on its second episode on one of the sites I use.
Okay, so somewhere it's being dubbed, we just don't know where.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, now I'm gonna let you do this one because you were so excited. You literally wanted me to put this as number one, and I'll be honest, it deserves number one completely. I'm just trying to run this to 49 minutes exact, and that is Assassination Classroom Season 2, Episode 7. The Reaper comes a knocking.
Oh my God! This is what I've been waiting for. Cause I've been like, this is the part that I just kept repeating to Chris. I'm like, you wait till we see the Reaper. Wait till we see the Reaper. And I've been keeping my mouth completely shut about who the Reaper was. Cause I'm like, I'm not telling you who it is, but you see him all throughout the series. You just don't know it.
Yeah, and he turned out to be the flower guy in the last.
Yeah. Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. I was like, where is it? Wait for it. Wait. There it goes. I'm like, yep, here it is. And I mean, I completely forgot that this was that was the beginning of the episode it starts out with just them trying to get a present for Bitch Sensei.
Mm-hmm.
And Professor Bitch, and they're trying to make sure they're trying to make the gym teacher look good, for Professor Bitch, because they obviously can tell that she has a thing for him. So they buy flowers to make it look like he's the one that bought it for him, and she has a really nice reaction to it. But then she's like, you know what, maybe I'm getting soft, and then so she leaves. And she's gone for 3 days, and they're like, oh, holy crap, what happened to Professor Bitch? We gotta go find her. Something has to be up. And then, we find the flower guy. He shows up, and he's like, come to this location by 6 p.m., or I'm gonna send a piece of her to each and every one of you. And I'm like, oh, we're going to this part now. Already, we're going to this part now. And
yeah, that was dark. I was like, jeez, okay.
And then they go on a little reconnaissance mission to get Professor Bitch back. I have to keep myself from laughing every time I say Professor Bitch. But yeah, so Miss Bitch they gotta go save Miss Bitch. And so they got Nagisa and the rest of them, they're doing this whole ninja reconnaissance mission. They find her, and then she wakes up and she's like, oh, it took you guys longer than I expected. So are you ready for them? And then just what? So you're gonna turn on them? And then, I mean, again,
assassination. It's not about the kids.
I read this already, so I shouldn't have been surprised. But seeing it unfold in actual action,
is it permanent, or will she turn back to working with the kids at some point?
I'm not gonna say anything. We're just gonna let that happen. We're gonna see. We're gonna watch how that goes.
You're a jerk. I'm gonna go read the manga again.
But yeah, so we see the Reaper in action and just how badass he is. This guy, the effect with his face, I love.
Oh, that was creepy as hell. But yeah,
I love how they did that. And man, once the anime starts diving into the Reaper's backstory and the Reaper's sensei's backstory, who, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and spoil that. The Reaper sensei was actually none other than Koro sensei. Koro sensei is the original Reaper. And we're going to get into Koro sensei's backstory very, very soon. And that's going to be so freaking cool.
That's going to be scary because I did read the origin. I can't wait for that. That's going to be really good.
Oh, man. And like I said in the beginning, man, this anime is going to probably end with this season, but this is going to be one hell of an ending.
Oh, man, I'm sad that it's ending. I don't want it to end. But all good things have to end, or else they become repetitive and boring, and Dragon Ball Z dragged out filler.
Yeah. It'll have a good 23, 24 episodes. It's not going to be just a 13, 14 episode season.
Right. So there's time. There's still a lot of time left, but The ending where Koro Sensei shows up looking for the kid, that was good.
I love the dog costume too. That was pretty funny. And like the gym teacher's like, "How the hell does this costume give you extra senses?" And he's like, "Don't question me. I got this."
And that's how it ends, to be continued. This is, I think, the second cliffhanger they left us off at with season 2 so far.
Oh yeah, and the first one was a really bad cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
But man, like I hope they can say Professor Bitch, and I hope Professor Bitch is all right. Like I hope that this is just an act. I mean, they could change things from how the manga goes down. So I don't know. It could be 50-50. She could, still be working with the Reaper, or she could end up, helping out the kids.
All depends. All depends. We'll find out next week, and that wraps up this week's Anime Weekly. I believe we have one more. Nope. Let me check. No. Next Sunday, before next week's Anime Weekly, is Comic Frontline's Otaku Hour Episode 2.
All right.
Where we will be talking about all the Divine Gate episodes that came out this month, all the episodes in general. We'll mention about dropping Gundam Wing again, because nobody on Frontline knows yet. Or they might, if you guys watch this from Frontline. But if you don't, we will mention it again. And we'll just roundabout talk about all these shows that we've watched the past 4 weeks, the past 4 episodes.
Yeah. And we'll be able to talk to you guys and see how you're catching up on all the anime that we're watching that we've recommended you guys to check out.
Exactly. And we will also tease next week's episode. We'll tease those episodes. We're not going to give you guys full reviews of those episodes until Anime Weekly on this channel next week. So
and besides, by the time we record, by the time we go live for Otaku Hour, we'll only have been able to watch a couple of the animes anyway.
Very true. That's right. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super will not be out yet, so we won't be able to talk about the newest Dragon Ball Super. At least.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. And again, like Chris was saying last week about SoundCloud, we got that stuff set up for an exclusive for SoundCloud. We're gonna do movie reviews and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And the 90s special is still in the works. We're still figuring out what to do for that one.
That's a YouTube special, but also it will be audio, but it will be on YouTube as well.
Yep.
So you got a lot to look forward to next weekend, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying Anime Weekly. Let us know in the comments below where you're at in the anime. I know that DN mentioned he's catching up on Fairy Tail really quickly. What are you guys checking out? Any recommendations you have?
Yeah, and Angel, how are you liking Assassination Classroom, man? Because I'm telling you, like, as you can see by our reactions to this week's episode, it gets great. Like, if you're liking it now, like, you're going to just be through the roof with these, especially this latest episode.
Agreed, 100%. And I can't wait. When Season 2 ends, I'm going back to watch Season 1.
And I think it's dubbed. Like, I know I found it dubbed. I don't know. I don't know how far the dub is in, but I might listen to it. I know it's dubbed. I think. Hold on. Let me look at that really quick.
There's some people on YouTube dub animes that haven't been dubbed in America yet for them.
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up, and I'm gonna see if it's a fan dub or if it's a regular or licensed dub.
If it's not a fan dub, if it's a fan dub, I want to be Koro Sensei. I love his laugh. I love that guy's laugh.
I like whenever he goes blackface, because that's some scary stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, guys, I'll mention it in the beginning of the Otaku Hour. How about that? For those of you guys who are dub only, you can check out that dub because it's an awesome series.
Agreed, 100%. If it's official, if it's a fan dub, then that's a different story. Then it depends how well it's fan dubbed. But anyway, that's it for this week's Anime Weekly. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Jeremy's link to his channel will be in the description below, along with a bunch of other links connected right here on Dark Avenger C86, Comic Frontline, Frontline Gaming Zone, Zone 4 Podcast, Last Ember Press. I covered everything, right? Right.
Yep.
SoundCloud's coming in March, like Jeremy said, so look forward to that next month, which is only a week away now. I mean, literally, this is the last full week of February, and we're going into March pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, again, this was a great episode, Jeremy. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm waiting for spring, man. Next month is spring. New shows are coming.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for My Hero Academia. Oh
I'm
my
excited.
god, that is
I've kept
gonna
a
be
spot
great.
open for that. That's right. So till next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and we will see you guys really soon in.
Enjoy your anime, everybody.
There you go. Enjoy your anime. Take care, everybody.